1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Hey guys, Michael Fotheringham. Today I'm going to give an informative speech on how to prepare for a job interview. Now, a job interview can be one of the most important things in excelling in your career. It's going to most likely be your first impression to your future boss and coworkers. And that goes a long way. Alright, a job interview is your chance at a first impression of future coworkers and your company. Beginning your career is one of the largest milestones you'll face in your life. The first step in achieving this is successfully completing your job interview. Now, what a job interview is going to tell your future coworkers and supervisors and bosses is how well you're going to fit in with the company and how they see you in your progression. Things to know. You want to have a current resume, which is going to cover your career objectives, your work history, your experiences, and your overall goals, as well as your references. And you want to be aware of the interview process. So, what is a resume? A resume is a document that you create to sell yourself to your employer. So you fill out an application, they look at your resume. Your resume is going to be what draws interest to you. It's going to include your work history, education, qualifications, special achievements, and community outreach, like such as Habitat for Humanity, volunteering for Special Olympics, so on and so forth. And then a good tip for your resume is keep it short enough to keep their interest and long enough to cover the point. And another tip whenever job hunting for sure, don't post negative information on social media. So, whenever you're coming in for a job interview, after you've been selected through the pre-screening process, which is typically your resume and job application, is you want to research the company and place you're going to work for. Impress them. Show them you want to work there. Look into the benefits available. See if it's a place you see yourself working. And make sure they can cater to your needs, really. And research what competitive wages are in your surrounding area for the job position you're seeking. And to be aware of the types of interviews that you're going to have possibly face in your interviews. You have a traditional, which is going to be your one-on-one interview with potential supervisor or teammates. You're going to have your panel interview where you sit with several individuals. Could be managers, teammates, anybody, really. And what they're going to do is they're going to all have an opinion of you, and they're going to come together and see how they think you'll fit in. And then they're going to have a behavioral interview possibly, which is they sit down and go over scenarios with you and see how you would react in certain scenarios. A group is a pre-screening type interview where they're going to see how you interact with others, working with people, talking, and how comfortable you are. They're going to possibly, for more long-distance type candidates, they'll have like a phone-style interview. They'll call you and ask interview-related questions and see if you're worth bringing in for a second face-to-face interview. And then, majority of times, this usually gets lumped in with your traditional interviews. It's going to be your lunch interview. It's to see how you interact in comfortable situations. So your interview is going to be your first face-to-face meeting with your employer. What you want to do is make a great first impression. Be yourself. This way they see that you'll fit in. You want to dress for the occasion. Don't come in wearing a ball cap and keys on your hip. I actually had a friend who did that after I recommended him for a job. Use calm body language. And be honest. You want to be honest with your employer. The majority of times they're going to do a background check, a drug screen, and they may call you references and call your bluff. So, whenever you're interviewed, you'll be asked several questions like, let's see, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How have you heard about us? What do you know about us? And why do you want to work here? Those are all big questions that come in to see if you're going to be a long-term type hire or short-term, which will probably shy companies away. You want to show them that you're going to be there and you're worth the investment. That's a lot of training time and overall time to get somebody where they need to be. And this is your overall opportunity to sell yourself. So with these items, you should be able to ace your interview. If you piece them all together, you'll hopefully get the job and get a call back.